Hello and welcome to another edition of Beer Dad's Beer Reviews. I was going to do this sitting down, but one of the cats is sat where I usually do my reviews from, and I just can't disturb her, so leaving her there. So I'm going to do this beer review standing up. I hope my knees hold out. So we're going to do a Vocation review, and it's a side-by-side review. If you watched yesterday's Affigato, you will know what I'm talking about. We're going to do a side-by-side comparison with this, which is Vocation's Imperial Affogato Chocolate and Vanilla Stout, 10.7%. This is the latest release, the 2023 version. And we're going to compare it to the Vocation Imperial Affogato Chocolate and Vanilla Stout at 10.7, the bottle version. This one, the bottle version, is the 2022 edition. Now, just bear with me one moment. Got some guff that I want to read out to you before we crack on with the review. So, the original Affigato was released in 2021, January 2021. It's beer review 1601. And they've released this version in January 2022. I did a side-by-side comparison then, and it is beer review number 2032. So if you want to go and watch them, feel free. The original Affigato, if I remember correctly, and I've watched the, as I said in the last video, I've watched it since. It was better bodied than the bottle version. So I don't know. Sorry, it's disappearing. Can pick up me bottle opener. Yeah, so we're going to do side-by-side comparison. So of the 2022 version, which is be on this side, will always be on this side. The 2023 version will be on this side. I've got two glasses. They are basically identical Vocation glasses. Tell the difference. The new can version will have the lines on it, and this one won't. The bottle version won't. So they're exactly the same glasses. So let's go for it. This may be a bit of a long video. I do apologise. Let's pop the top on the can and get into a glass, and then we'll compare that to this bottle version. Now they are both 10.7% ABV. On the back, they are both the same guff. Rich coffee, chocolate, blah 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 blah. The coffee beans are supplied by the same supplier, Antonia and Panasar, from out of Yorkshire. The best before on this one, oh, stupid. The best before on this one is January next year, and the best before on this one is the 19th of January this year. So this is out of date by 2 days. I've had this for basically, yeah, a year. Anyway, let's get into a glass. This is the can. There we go. Again, you know what you know what you're gonna get. If you watch yesterday's review, you know what you're gonna get. Jet black beer. Tanned head. Looks decent. Does look decent. I enjoyed yesterday's beer, I must admit. Let's try this one. Remember, this one's a year and a day out. No, a year and 2 days out of date. What day are we? Sunday. Year and 2 days. 20, 21, 22. A year and 3 days. I do apologise. Year and 3 days. So again, yeah, 10.7. As you can see, 10.7. Same beer. 330ml bottle. Cans are 440. Only difference. Obviously, I've had this one festering in the toy chest for 12 months. So again, we've gone for the same, roughly the same amount. I'll tell you something, there's a big difference in head, and the head on this one is a deeper tanned than the head on that one. I can see it. I can see there's a difference in head. That's producing more. The bottle's producing more, and it's darker in colour than what this one is. There's a bit of a start. So let's get the nose on the can. As same as yesterday, milk chocolate, creaminess, sweet, coffee. It smells really, really good. I like the smell of that. I really do. Go for this one. Very similar, sweet, creamy, chocolatey, coffee in there. They smell, again, they smell very much, very similar. And I found this out when I did the original versus the bottle. There wasn't much in it, to be fair. With the original though, and we'll come on to the body and carbonation in a moment. With the original, the body was medium to heavy body for me, with a nice light carb. Let's see what we get with these. So we'll go with a can. I say it's always going to be on this side. Yeah, light body, light carbonation, decent, tasty, and very good on the mouth. Let's go for the bottle. Cheers. It's a little touch thicker, just a touch thicker, for me, and a little more in the a little less in the sweetness and a little more in the bitterness. Maybe it's starting to fade a touch. I'll be back in a second. Sorry about that. I had to go and get the charger for my phone. It all of a sudden it just drained of battery. Anyway, yeah. So this one, the bottle version. Body and carb. It is. It's slightly thicker. But it is slightly sweeter. The carbonation is still the same, so still nil. So let's go for the big taste. Let's go for the big taste on the bottle. Cheers. It's really good. It's really good. It's a cappuccino, basically. But with this one, because it's been aged a little bit, the sweetness has started to go. So you get that, instead of being all sweet, with chocolate and whatnot, this is sweet, chocolatey, and it's rich with a bitter finish, and the bitterness really just takes away that sweetness on the bottle. Let's go for the can. The fresh one, it's fresh, so you know. Again, see that now. This is an interesting thing. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet. The first one was very sweet. The original Affigato was very sweet. This one isn't. This one's pitched really well. It's got a nice balance to it. The bitterness from the roasted malt or from the coffee, and the sweetness on the milk chocolate and the vanilla and whatever they're putting in, works really well. On the bottle, although yes, I agree, it's a year old. That is very similar. The bottle is slightly more bitter, which for me, I really appreciate. Oh, so I hear you cry. Which one's best? Excuse me. Well, I've looked at a few notes from the original to the bottle to this one. Now the original for me, I say it's review 1601. The body was medium to heavy. It had no carb. It was oily and it was velvety and it was slick. These two, the 2022 version, the bottle, the 2023 version, the can, are lighter in body, but they still got that oily, velvety feel, and it's really good. And the can has probably got the better mouthfeel. Carbonation wise, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter about the carbonation. It's all the same. The original Affigato was coffee. It was like a really strong, really sweet cappuccino. Compared to the bottle, that was more toned down. Let's have a look what we've got here. 2022 version of chocolate coffee, basically the same, light bodied and carbed, and the bottle had a coffee chocolate finish, but not sort of cappuccino like the original. The can version of this can version here has that original feel to it. Now maybe that's because there's a difference in the bottle and the can. I don't know. Different beans from Antonio and Panasar, maybe. But I prefer this new version, this new can version. I prefer this to this, and only marginally. Obviously, because I've aged this for a year, this has lost a little bit of a touch of sweetness, and it's got that bitterness comes through it. It's probably more balanced. But this for me is probably more like the original than the bottle version. So there you go. Sorry if this video took so long, and sorry I had to break away from them in the middle. I've still got these to drink and what's left in the bottles and the cans. If you've had any of these beers, let me know what you think. If you've had the Affigato, the new Affigato, let me know what you think. I will buy another one to put away in the toy chest, because I do think they will be releasing this one again 2024. How this, just as an aside, this won the Beer World Cup that they were running in December and November and December, and they've put this out in third week in January. It's a quick turnaround, I think, from them winning to making it, to put it into a can. Like FIFA, have they rigged the votes and have they rigged the results? I don't know. Anyway, so if you like this video, give me the thumbs up. If you like the video, give me the thumbs down. The Affigato can is on the website. It's £5.50 a can. You can buy a 6-pack for £31, £32 at the time of recording this video. We'll be getting another one, I say, to put in the toy chest to put away. If you like the video, if you don't subscribe down there, I do appreciate everything that you've done. Subscribe for me, comments, the usual stuff, views, everything. Do appreciate everything you've done for the channel. Next week I am doing the Wander Beyond 5th birthday series beers. They're up. Scheduled in the week after will be the Delirium boxes, so we've got a couple of stuff, and after that we're looking at Tartarus, Northern Monk, so we're getting back into the swing of reviews. There'll be the odd ones on a Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just to fill in those 3 days. So yeah, so plenty of content coming up. I appreciate everything you're doing for me. Hell yeah.